One thing about life, you never know what may happen tomorrow. You may not never know what happens in the next 30 minutes to an hour. As long as you have an inner knowing of who you are and who you not, and who you choose to become, or who you choose to let go of, that is all that matters. It's not about the material things. It's not about what your family want for you. It's not about the image that society places on you. It's about what your spirit within you is telling you to do. A lot of times we get so caught up running, we don't even take the time to stop and smell the roses because we too busy trying to fill other people's cups up. I know that feeling all too well. Coming and going, going and coming, chasing the money, chasing people, chasing false hopes and dreams. Then reality hits you and you see that you are what you have been praying for. If only we could just be still and be patient with ourselves, we'll understand that we have everything that we need. It's easy to die than it is to live. Every day we have choices to either help our future selves, stay present, or die staying in the past. Past hurts, past pain, past realities, past traumas. But if we never accept ourselves for who we are, not what the trauma has caused us to become, not what people project on you, but who you truly are is all that matters. Nothing else matters but your spirit within you. The experiences that we go through are here to simply teach you to come back home to yourself. What you choose to do with your life is your life. It's nobody's business. When you are at peace with yourself and you have a relationship with the God within you, you're going to be okay. But until you stop listening to the outside voices and the projections and those negative thoughts and the depression and the anxiety, you will continue to stay stuck and be haunted by your pain. You'll never be free if you never know how to win your mind back. You will never be free if you continue to keep telling yourself that you are not worthy. You'll never be free if you keep telling yourself that you'll never be nothing. You'll never be free if you keep listening to people telling you who you are. You'll never be free if you keep allowing those relationships to make you feel less than. You'll never be free until you understand who you truly are. That takes discipline, that takes patience, that takes silence, that takes a lot of time to just be in your own energy. Life will never be the same once you choose to take your power back. Life will never be the same once you say you've had enough of false projections, false realities, false relationships, false identities that once defined you. Your life will never be the same, but you always know that everything works out for your highest good because you choose yourself. When you choose yourself, everything works out for you. When you choose yourself, it feels good. When you choose yourself, no one outside of you can tell you what to do with your life. No one outside of you can abuse you or manipulate you or project on you because they don't know you. They never knew the real you. The beautiful part about having a relationship with yourself is you give yourself unconditional love. So you can learn the difference between conditional love and unconditional love. Most realities, we love people with conditions. We love people only how we perceive them to be, or how we want them to be, or how we want them to make us feel. So we make up all these fairy tale stories of being married and being in relationships and being happy when we're not even happy with ourselves. It's all just illusions. How can you truly be happy if you don't know who you are? How can you truly be happy if you don't know what truly makes you happy? How can you truly be happy if you're afraid to be alone? How can you truly be happy if you don't know yourself? It's all a lie. We're put here to discover, to evolve, to grow, not to suffer in relationships. We're not put here to be in pain. We're not put here to submit to people who don't know how to lead. We put here to create. We put here to love. We put here to be in the highest vibration as possible and to integrate the parts of ourselves that made us feel less than, so we can help the next person and the next person. The world is already shifting. The world has already died. The creation is in your mind. Stop going back to the same thing that has broken you, because it's not serving you anymore. The lesson that we need to learn is going to continue to repeat itself until we pass the assignment, until we pass the test, until we get the answer right. The reason why we keep going in circles is because you're not listening to yourself. So you will continue to keep going through what you're going through based off of your perspective and based off of the work that you're not doing. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. This is why we continue to go through the same realities, the same situations. This is why we meet the same people. It takes time to heal. It takes time to grow. It takes time to accept yourself. But if you never accept yourself, how do you expect for somebody to ever accept you as being whole? And to the people who are judging people who are on their healing journey and they are using spirituality to recover from trauma, sit back and ask yourself, why are you so bothered about what everyone else does with their life? Really, ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what does your journey have to do with the next person's their journey? Ask yourself, why am I so bothered that everyone else is in their own path and I'm still stuck in the same box? You see, the reason why most people project is because they're not doing the work. You're not going to therapy. You're not doing what you need to do to feel at peace. So you try to rain on everybody else's parade to make them feel less than. And then when it comes to manipulation and energy, you really think that manipulating people's energy can get you to keep them stuck? It's not going to work. Not when you root it in the word. Not when you root it in the true God. When you root it in God, can't nothing stop you from being what God calls you to be. No matter what the circumstances is, no matter what they say. When you got God on your side, you can do anything you put your mind to. But that comes with discipline. It comes with action. You can't just be out here saying, God, I trust you. God, I want you to do this for me. But you have not moved out your hometown. You still haven't let those people go. You still haven't made up in your mind that you're going to do what you tell yourself you're going to do. You still in the same situation. You still in that same abusive relationship. You still being played by your family members. You still around people that steal from you. How can you say you trust God, but you still being in the same situations that make you feel comfortable? That don't make sense. And it's not ever going to make sense. But until we make up in our mind and we actually take the action to do the work and trust in our intuition, we're going to continue to stay the same. You're going to die a slave. You're going to die immune and accepting less than what you know you deserve. The questions that we always ask other people is the questions we already have inside of us. I know what it feels like to never have nobody on your side to tell you that they love you. My inner child knows what it felt like for all her life to feel numb, to feel pain, to feel insecure, to feel abandoned. But today, I am a wounded warrior, aware of everything that she has been through. Because I choose to stand on truth. I choose to stand on what is right. I choose to help those who are in need, who need light, and who need love, and who need understanding of themselves. I am grateful that everything that I had to go through to get to this point in my life of awareness is for purpose. Yes, I've been in shitty relationships. Yes, I made mistakes in my life. But guess what? I'm aware of it. I'm no longer a victim. And when you get out of the victim mindset, you understand that your story is a survival guide. You don't have to keep holding on to the stuff that you did or the stuff that people did to you, because the more you give the people that hurt you power over your life, the less you get to accept your future, the less you get to understand your why, the less you get to feel valuable and loved on yourself because of the experiences that still haunt you to this day. This is why self-acceptance and self-awareness is important. You got to ask yourself, why am I really not doing what I love? You got to ask yourself, why am I really not living? Why am I just surviving? Why am I listening to what other people have to say? Why do I feel so stuck on this person or this place or this thing? Why do I want to stay the same? Why do I choose to feel like nothing when we all have the same power to create everything in our reality? When it comes to being alone in your solitude, that's when you can hear the answers the most. That's when all the questions and the worries and the fears and the confusions that you have come to fruition. But once the truths get revealed, there's no going back. There's no going back from what your intuition tells you, what God tells you. You either in or you out. There's no in and out when it comes to your healing journey and your recovery journey. If we just stop for a minute and just be grateful for where we are, that's when you truly understand the purpose of life. It's to experience. It's to evolve. It's to grow. It's to be aware. It's to fall. It's to rise. It's to cry. It's to grieve. It's to mourn. But we'll never be free until we learn how to let go. Nothing is ours. God is within you. You will never fail. You have to save yourself. You have to be your cheerleader. You have to be your doctor. You have to be your mother. You have to be your father. Especially when the people who are supposed to be present in your life are not there. You have to be that strong person for yourself. I know what that feels like to not have nobody in your corner, but you have to reparent yourself. The people that you get that give birth to you are not always going to meet up to your expectations. And that is okay. Forgive them for hurting you. Forgive them for not knowing no better. But it's time for you to take accountability and you to take your power back, because you can't blame other people for your own trauma. Be aware of it. Take the time to analyze what you have to go through and why your life ended the way it ended, and rewrite a new chapter. But it's always a way out. It's always solutions. We just always choose to stay victims. The reason why people may compete with the old character of yourself is because they can't get to the new you. This is why God separates people from things that they were familiar with, because they are meant to be on different paths, and that's okay. Once you become aware of yourself and you choose you, you have to stand on business with yourself. And you have to do what makes you happy now, because you tried it with them. You tried to make it work. You tried to be there for people who didn't love you. You tried to be there for people who spat in your face, who stepped on you, who treated you like shit, because all they wanted to see was you down. But now that you are aware of it, and you aware of yourself, and you aware that you're powerful and that you're so lovable and delicious and saucy, can't anybody just be around you now? That's the gag. Clock it. Can't nobody just be around you no more. Clock that.